There's something you should know, something that doctors have quietly observed for decades, something that centenarians, the people who live past 100, often share, no matter where they come from, how much money they have, or what they've eaten over the years. It isn't just good genes. It isn't just luck. And it's not a magic pill or exotic herb from a faraway land. It's something far simpler, something surprisingly ordinary, but something that, if nurtured, has the power to extend life, improve memory, protect the heart, and bring joy, even in the later years. And today, we're going to talk about it, gently, thoughtfully, and in a way that just might change how you look at your own life after 65. Welcome to Elder Wisdom. If you're new here, this is a place of calm reflection, practical insight, and emotional support for those walking through the beautiful, challenging, and sacred season of later life. If you find peace and strength in these kinds of conversations, we invite you to subscribe to Elder Wisdom, where wisdom lives and grows. Now let's return to that secret. What is the number one predictor of a longer, healthier life after 65? Is it diet, exercise, blood pressure? Those things matter. Of course they do. But they aren't number one. The answer may surprise you. It's relationships. That's right. The strongest scientific evidence we have, from Harvard's 85-year study on adult development to research conducted across the globe, shows that the quality of your close relationships is the greatest predictor of longevity and happiness in older age. Not wealth, not cholesterol, not even genetics, but connection. Real, meaningful, emotional connection. The shocking truth is that loneliness can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. And chronic social isolation increases your risk of dementia, heart disease, and even early death. But the opposite is also true. Those who maintain strong bonds with others, friends, family, neighbors, spiritual communities, tend to live longer, heal faster, and experience far more joy in everyday life. This doesn't mean you need dozens of friends. In fact, the number isn't nearly as important as the depth. Just one or two close, authentic relationships can be life-changing. So how do we strengthen or rebuild these connections after 65? It begins with something very simple. Presence. Being present means showing up, not just physically, but emotionally. Calling an old friend, writing a letter, inviting someone for tea. These small gestures carry enormous weight, especially when offered consistently. Sometimes, reconnecting with people from our past can feel vulnerable. Time, distance, or misunderstandings may have created space between us. But forgiveness of others and of ourselves can restore more than we expect. A phone call, a shared memory, a simple, "I was thinking of you," can open a door that's been closed for years. In our golden years, community matters more than ever. Whether it's a walking group, a book club, a place of worship, or a senior center, these spaces offer more than activity. They offer belonging. They provide structure and rhythm to the week. They give us something to look forward to and someone to share life with. And sometimes, the most powerful connections come from giving, not receiving. Volunteering, mentoring, listening. These acts of service create purpose. They help us feel useful, seen, and needed. When we contribute to others, we often heal ourselves in the process. If you're watching this and thinking, "It's too late for me," please hear this. It's never too late. You are still here, which means connection is still possible. The past may be filled with loss, but the future still holds room for love. Let's now explore how relationships affect our physical health. This may surprise you. People with strong social ties often have lower levels of inflammation in the body. That's right, something as intangible as a warm friendship can actually influence the chemicals flowing through your bloodstream. Chronic loneliness, on the other hand, has been linked to elevated stress hormones, which can wear down the immune system over time. Meaningful relationships also promote better habits. When we feel seen and supported, we're more likely to take our medication, go for walks, eat nourishing foods, and care for ourselves. Love inspires care, and that care, over time, translates into longevity. Another powerful benefit of strong relationships is emotional resilience. Life will bring changes, loss, aging, illness, but with a caring presence by our side, we're far more likely to weather the storms. We have someone to share the burden with, someone to remind us of our worth, someone to laugh with, cry with, and lean on. And here's another truth. Emotional connection doesn't have to be complicated. It begins with curiosity, with asking others how they're truly doing, with listening, not to fix, but simply to be there, with sharing your heart, your stories, your fears. Vulnerability creates closeness, and closeness, over time, creates trust. Even pets can play a role in this equation. Companion animals bring joy, routine, and a sense of purpose. They help reduce stress and ease feelings of isolation. If you've ever had a pet curl up beside you during a quiet evening, you already understand the comfort they bring. And so, we begin to see, relationships aren't a luxury in later life. They are a necessity, as essential as food and sleep. They sustain us, lift us, heal us. Let's now explore some inspiring real-life stories that bring this truth to life. Consider Margaret, an 82-year-old widow from Oregon. After her husband passed, Margaret felt the deep, echoing silence that so many face in grief. But instead of retreating into isolation, she joined a gardening club at her local community center. Over time, those casual conversations over tomato plants turned into deep friendships. Today, Margaret says she feels more connected than she did in her 60s. Her days are filled with laughter, shared meals, and mutual support. Or think about James, a retired veteran in Florida who found companionship through mentoring young men in his church. For years, James struggled with depression. But once he started showing up for others, offering advice, listening, being present, his own life began to bloom again. "Purpose gave me breath," he once said, "and friendship gave me the will to keep going." And then there's Linda and Paula, two best friends who moved into the same senior living complex to be near each other. They walk together every morning, cook together every Sunday, and joke that they're each other's chosen sisters. Their friendship has helped them navigate health scares, family loss, and the uncertainties of aging, with courage, companionship, and a whole lot of laughter. These stories aren't extraordinary. They're deeply human. They show us that connection doesn't require perfection. It just requires presence, and that one choice, to reach out, to stay open, to keep showing up, can add years to your life and life to your years. So as we come to a close, let this be your invitation, your reminder, your gentle nudge. The number one secret to living longer after 65 isn't locked away in a clinic or buried in a bottle. It lives in your phone book, your memories, your neighborhood, your community center. It's the smile you offer to a neighbor, the call you make to an old friend, the grace you extend to yourself and to others. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of connection. And you still have so much to give and so much to receive. So take that small step. Reach out. Join something. Reconnect. Or simply start by being kind to the person you see in the mirror. Thank you for spending this time with us at Elder Wisdom. If this message touched your heart, please consider subscribing to Elder Wisdom. It helps this channel grow, and it tells YouTube that content like this matters. Share this video with someone who needs a little hope today. And remember, you are not alone. We're in this together, And together, we live longer, fuller, more beautiful lives. Stay well, stay connected, and until next time, keep choosing life.